Dear students, today I am discussing you the topic that is the difference between traditional economics and environmental economics. So there are 6 points in which the two concepts are differ. The first point is that the traditional economics focus on the growth rate of GNP, that is gross national product, and standard of living. But the environmental economics focuses on the growth rate of green GNP and sustainability or sustainable development. Now, the second point is that the traditional economics is concerned with the welfare of the present generation only. That is, the equality between the existing generation or intergeneration equity. But the environmental economics focuses on the welfare of both present and future generations. That is, both intergeneration and intra-generation equity. Now, the third point is the traditional economics do not consider the ecosystem services, or the valuation of ecosystem services are totally ignored in the traditional economics. But in the environmental economics, we have a clear valuation and assessment of the ecosystem services of environment, such as climate regulation, etc. Now, the fourth point is that in traditional economics, the public goods and common property resources have no difference. In other words, they are considered common as the social goods or common goods. But in the environmental economics, the public goods and common property resources are entirely different. You have already studied the nature of common property resources and the related issue of tragedy of commons, etc. So these two concepts are entirely different. Now the fifth point is that the tradition in the traditional economics, we have focuses on the equal allocation or the optimal allocation of scarce resources, or achieving Pareto optimality in the resource allocation, where we do not consider is external effects or third party effects. But in environmental economics, we consider the allocation of resources optimal or the Pareto optimality, even with adding the external effects or external cost also. So we also consider the neighborhood effects, we call it as externality in the form of pollution, while adding the cost. And now in the last point, that is the environmental in the traditional economics, we have we always speaks on the the growth rate of the growth rate of variables which are directly related to the human welfare. But in the environmental economics, we all consider all the factors which the affect the welfare of both the old generations and the coming generations also. I hope that you have understand my task. If you have any doubt, you can ask.